Oh boy. All right, let's get straight into it, chat. Shall we? Oh, I forgot to set. I forgot to set up my Discord announcements. Yes. Yes. Good. Very good. Yes, and nice. Yes, very good. All right, let's do this. Announcement at everyone. Sagas and Solace. The severed thread. Episode. Gosh, this episode 13. Hit him with the Twitch. Hit him with the Huey tube. Y'all ready for this? How interdasting. Come closer. Tell me more. Alright, let's do it. Greetings and salutations, travelers.
Hello.
Hello.
Who's ready for another game?
I am. I raise his hand. Absolutely ready for a.
Yeah.
Are you ready to jump onto the moped and drive down to the Whole Foods and
So I get the siren hat.
awkwardly
siren.
talk to the girl who sells the guilt-free puddings? See if she wants to go to your poetry slam night with you. I'm trying to entice Luke out. There he is.
Sorry, I'm late. I'm tripping balls right now.
Are you really?
That's it.
On zero regret pudding something. Yeah.
Like, I'm saving the world, the Earth, the entire planet. I am doing that right now.
You're recycling?
You're that high? Oh no.
I'm by eating this pudding, I only killed 1 million rabbits or whatever the fuck or something. I am saving the world.
I just have a moment to say that I love Luke, and he's.
Am I dying? Like, what?
Yeah, we'll just a moment of silence for Luke.
I'll remember him fondly.
Fuck, I'm sorry.
Fuck, I'm sorry.
I remember when we first met Luke. There he was, talking about dicks all the time, and now he's over here talking about saving the world.
Yeah, Stacy, what do you think about that?
Yeah.
Who's Stacy?
Sure.
The pudding
girl at the fucking Whole Foods.
Okay,
the
sorry.
pudding girl.
I didn't realize you had assumed creative
Jesus.
control. What do you think about that, Stacy? I think that's kind of cool. You want to meet my sister Jean?
Hello?
Hello?
All this time, I thought Gene was a guy.
Are you doing the recap today?
Would anyone like to do the recap?
I can give the so. Do you want to do the one for Stormid? I can give that a go.
Oh,
Yeah, Storm's
right.
running
Let me do something to like tag mark this for her. Hold on.
Yes.
All right. So what I'll do is I'll switch it to BRB and then back again, so that she knows that this is where the big one is. So I'll mark it for her.
Yeah. 1 minute long full summary.
All right. Here we go. Let's go and do
I don't know
that.
if I can do a full hold.
Well, just do your best. It's fine. All right. Here, let me
Just go very fast. Every conversation,
Okay,
please.
no, don't do that. Okay, here we go. All right, here we go.
You can't spoil the entire. Okay.
All right, I put a BRB. So this is the recap story so far for Sagas and Solace, told to you by one of the players. Luke plays Marlowe, and go ahead, Luke.
Sagas and Solace is the story of 6 strangers. They are brought together by an opportunity at a bard's college in the bitter cold of the northern city of Mornhow. The integrity of the Sagas, the cherished collective history of the people, is at stake, with stirring rumors of a false addition to their history. What begins as a simple task leads to years of travel, discovery, and ultimately a poetic adherence to the spirit of their initial task, despite straying far from it. Truths are revealed, pasts are uncovered, and ambitions are stoked. The world is put into perspective, and the red strings that make up the tapestry of fate unfurl before the travelers. And yet, Sagas and Solace is not a story of the world, nor the events therein. It is the story of 6 strangers, who they become, and what they choose to do with their own fate. That's all I got for you.
Sweet.
Oh, that's really good.
Yeah, that was good. Somebody go ahead and clip that. Send that to Storm. At her for it so she can.
All right.
Work that together.
That'll be super easy. Done and done.
Fucking solid.
All right, let's get into it. So, Moaz Kadan, I'm about to start up your next month of events and all that good stuff. Is there any character downtime stuff that I should log in?
I'm doing research on soulbound weapons.
Okay.
If there's any available to me.
Okay. Go down here. Downtime activities. Chrome is researching soulbound weapons. Anybody else?
I would like to approach Flautus Pandora at some point to talk about stuff going on in the Pale City.
Okay.
With family and such.
Is there any downtime activities you'd like to do over the month?
Do I have options that occur to me? I'm not super sure.
So you can either do things like specifically for your character, or you can provide your character's skills by working on the city. And since you're in a position of leadership, you can do things like administrate the population. You can assist with recruiting. You can do all kinds of stuff.
Okay. I think I will. Let me see.
Because the conversation with Flautist is like that's not like a downtime activity.
That's like an afternoon maybe.
Yeah.
Okay. In that case, I will probably assist with I guess recruiting new citizens and stuff.
Okay.
Using my persuasion stuff. I don't know.
That's fine. That's good.
Yeah.
Do I have additional?
Sorry, go ahead. Mouse. Recruit. Got it.
Would I have additional time just to be by the dregs and just help there?
I'm probably gonna end up doing that. You don't need to worry about it.
Oh, okay. I guess I'll just introduce myself to the people, as they don't know us and I don't know them.
Isn't your council supposed to be secretive? Or is I wrong about that?
Mal.
Yeah, we're not telling everybody who we are individually.
Yeah, Twilight
Yeah, you can
Mouse
do
can
whatever
just
the
disguise
fuck you
herself.
I mean, you can if you want, but I'm not going to be running around in my purple hat and cape.
Never mind.
Well, you do what you want.
gonna-
I thought
I'm
that
gonna-
was the intention, was that you guys would be the secret council behind Laza. Like, that's what I thought. You guys
I'm
would
going to
Yeah.
be a little dark-haired girl
Okay.
with a hood.
And if you're
Yeah.
walking around going, hello, did you know I'm a member of the Carnelian Circle, the secret lords behind the face of Laza, the Elephant Man? Hello,
Never
sir!
mind.
Like,
What's your name?
Yeah, it's one of you people.
Chris,
Carnelian Circle.
one of you Carnelians.
I guess I won't introduce myself. I'll just go around the town and just.
You could just help anonymously. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. I'll just help anonymously.
Helping hand.
Aw, yeah. It's your boy. I'm gonna play this song because I like this song. Actually, fuck that song. This song. I haven't played this song in a
That's
while.
some weak shit.
This is a good song. This is the Dwarven City song right here.
Oh,
wow.
yeah.
Oh yeah, this is a good. Part.
Yeah.
Let me build a union right now.
I'll have breakfast be small as a piglet, and I'll have him like a little coat.
Oh, yeah.
There you go. Just in case any shit goes down.
I'm starting to ape out. I'm making a union. Alright. Anybody else?
So I'm probably gonna need to be using primeval awareness to try and find well, I guess the terminally ill, I guess, is my best hope for trying to find some brains.
Bro's looking for expired dates. That's crazy. That's some.
Yeah, I don't-
He's going to the bargain bin at Brahms.
Are you looking for old people?
You can't use primeval awareness to find old people.
Can I specifically locate the old?
I can detect sickness though, right?
Yeah, but not to primeval awareness levels.
I have the upgrade on it. I don't know.
Like,
so-
girl, just door knock. Just show up at people's doors. Like communications.
Bro,
Alright.
Yeah, like, dude,
Holy shit.
You're
Alright.
putting your hand on the ground. The geriatric have been through here.
I wasn't looking for the old. I specifically was looking for the
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. I sense
The
great
ill.
sadness in the area. Like,
This guy has fucking.
I will
look-
follow this sorrow. Hopefully, someone's grandfather only has a few hours left.
Favorite enemy, tuberculosis.
Alright.
Whose fucking laugh was that?
Freaking laugh.
Damn.
That's how you know it was really funny. The Geiger counter set off.
Oh, holy shit!
Holy shit.
Oh, good.
That's going crazy.
Dude, you guys have radiation somewhere.
Oh no, he muted.
Oh my
Yeah, we-
god! Holy fuck!
Legend, whatever you do, don't drink any water in this trying time.
I'm
You'll
okay.
just die.
God, that was
I'm okay.
amazing. That was crazy. Okay, so
Alright.
you would like to find the terminally ill.
Fucking kill someone to eat their brain. Jesus Christ.
Hey, look, I'm
Bro's
searching.
actually turning into the Grim Reaper. That's some crazy shit right there.
Okay.
Well, I guess I'll hover around sick houses and try and find them. I don't know what a better way to put it.
You better get your black cloak and scythe out.
Yeah, holy
Hey,
shit.
look, I already got the cloak. Alright?
Now the Grim Reaper has a trident, don't you know?
Puts his head in through the window. I'm just looking.
Pokes his head through the
Kill a
window.
halfling. It's legal.
When anyone like to make communications before they leave the city?
Hits him with a down. I got
Before they leave this mortal
All right.
coil.
So Gruel
Yes.
is going to creep around. That's what I'm going to put down.
Good.
Let me
Yes.
roll. Let me roll for terminally ill people. Let's see.
Can't roll for
What's the population of this place right now?
Would the cripple
15,
go
15.
into this? Thing?
15,
Like,
15? Okay.
Yeah, that was at the last.
Yeah. So 15, 15. Just hold on. me do some quick fantasy math here.
Damn, bro is really scheming. He's plotting something.
And here I was thinking we turned on all the good stuff for this
Between
town so that it
9
wouldn't
and
be.
14%, so we'll do 9% because it's fantasy. So, okay, some. So 15. 9 leaves me with 36. I'll round that down to 100. So 100 people are sick, terminally ill. What is the average kill rate of cancer?
Oh my god.
Damn, bro, I caught you in your living room. That's crazy. I'll catch you next time.
Evil for wheelchairs and cancer.
Okay, 20%. So 20 people. I'll roll a d20. Wow, that's crazy. I came down to a d20. That's wild. All right, I'm gonna roll a d20.
All right.
Let's see how many terminally ill people you can find. 2 of them.
All right.
You get 2 brains, you fucking monster.
Cool. That's 2 more months.
Yeah, I found 2 brains. Okay, who's
Damn.
next?
Population is now 1513.
Jesus Christ.
Population is
How
now
could you?
1513. The quick recalc on that pop, real quick. Jesus Christ. Alright. Let's see. 15. Alright. Anybody else want to do anything for the downtime?
Marlowe's making communications. Doing
Marlo is making perhaps a non-meme question for that answer.
Yeah, he's sending. I
Oh,
imagine.
right. Okay.
sending, trying to talk to Carter, check in with the new people, the flautists, all that jazz.
Diplomacy. Got it.
It's kind of
Honestly.
yeah, diplomacy is a good way.
Diplomacy. Good, because we got the Brass Baron meeting this month. Anybody else doing anything?
Can I research some shit?
Yeah, some shit.
Yeah, just just a little goof.
A little lich shit maybe. Look some liching around.
Maybe read over the notes, see what's going on.
Yeah, do some experiments. Maybe there's
Yeah.
There's 2 corpses that you found in the sick bay.
Oh,
Mysteriously, they have no heads.
You found them.
Or brains in their head, rather.
these are good fertilizer for the trees in the grove. I'm gonna take these.
I'm just,
Oh no, these
all right.
buddies I have placed here are gone.
The grieving family watches you take their corpses away.
I'm in a horse. So it's just a random horse taking 2 corpses
They
away.
watch a horse grab their.
Horrors?
He said
Alright,
horse. He comes in, and he just
Alright.
fucking takes.
Oh
Swear to God,
no.
just 2 random whores.
All right, you have started a legend of a death horse that lives in Wascatan.
Amazing.
Fuck yeah.
It was crazy. He just came in and took Grandma.
Sounds like a
Oh man.
All right, now I got
beginnings of a nursery rhyme.
Yeah, now I have to write nursery rhymes based off your fucking weird horse that you pretend to be. Okay, what about you, Legend? Anything Mara wants to do?
I'm attempting to track down those poor spirits that Fabio had mentioned to me so that I can put their souls to rest.
Searching for spirits. Got it. Oh boy, here we go. How do I want to do this? Brass Baron would get here at the end of the month, so I'll do that at the end. Let's do the flautist stuff first. With the old Twilight Mouse.
Okay.
Okay.
Do you mind if I tag along?
You can tag along.
I don't know why I'm
You're not
moving these
gonna, like-
guys so slowly. I could just do this.
You're not just gonna like blush at her the whole time, are you, Luke?
No, I'm just gonna hang out. Fucking do some mental math.
Shut up.
Fucking.
Cap.
All right, you have called Flautist Pandora into the meeting chambers. She will, of course, approach with a deep and succulent bow, taking her time.
I'm off to mute.
Then she will raise up and say, "Ooh, what does the little hat want?"
We met briefly earlier in a meeting, and I've been running for a long time. I've been traveling, and I've been running, and I've been trying not to look back. But then you came in, and you are one in a long string of people who have come and tried to tell me that they know more, and I think I'm finally in a mental position, a mental state, to want to know more. Where are my manners? Allow me to properly introduce myself. I was once Lady Arabella Abigail Longhill Ambersong, but you already knew that, so I will remove my hat.
Like, I want everybody
wish-
to know that, yes, he is that proud that he has so many pieces of art for his character. that he
Super
made.
proud, you have
He's
no
like-
idea.
like, he's so- let me take my hat off, takes hat off, starts clapping.
Yeah,
starts
I'm
caving
the
out.
kind of guy who wears costumes to table D&D games. Yes, very good.
He
Oh.
starts clapping.
Uh,
Flautist Pandora will raise a single eyebrow and will say, "Oh, my dear, my dear, my dear, one must never remove the ensemble. But
no, you already knew.
perhaps I could answer your question."
Good. First, and I know probably the answer to this already. You're a follower of Alokanhai, which is the same foreign god that my ex-fiance follows. Do you know Telri?
We don't all just know each other. It doesn't work that way. But yes.
Of course. Interesting. You know, this face, this one, points to nose. This is not the one that I am anymore. At least I don't feel that the name Arabella even truly applies to me anymore. However, I can't seem but to run into knowledgeable people who taunt me with specks of information about what's going on. I want to know what is going on with my family in the Pale City.
They grieve, of course, for their daughter has gone estrange, disappeared and presumed dead. They've recently held your funeral, if I recall.
Yes, I've heard this so far. How are they? What are they up to?
Bereft, aggrieved, sanctified by their sorrow. Church of Mytheria has, of course, offered its welcoming light to them in their time of need.
And the lantern bridges. I'm sure this has been a bit of a blow with Telry going missing and me going missing. And
'Tis even far worse, considering what has happened to their patriarch.
What has happened?
From what I have heard, dear Lantern Bridge Senior, the dear Proctor has been arrested.
Arrested for what? He seemed very law-abiding.
Oh, a manner of all sorts of different things from what I've heard. They come and they go from my dear mind as quickly as the wriggling allows them to. Suffice to say that dear Proctor could no longer look at the evidence with unquestioning eyes, and his questions did not abide, especially with the saint's arrival.
Shul, look, like aghast, pupils narrow. There's a saint?
Indeed.
Like an actual real live saint?
Of course. Saint
Of
Eltressa.
Mytheria?
Yes. Recovered, it would seem, from some dark hovel in the ice flows, from what I have heard. The dear saint's arrival has caused an empowered fervor amongst the Mytherians, and indeed, many rejoiced upon her return. For now they had a conduit directly to Mytheria's words, for here was someone who had heard the words themselves. And such, I find it most peculiar that in open court, no less, about a week or so, a few days, after her arrangement, her assimilation back into the fold, she was attempted to be outed by dear Proctor Lantern Bridge. He accused her of many things. He accused her most heartedly of not being who she claims. He claimed that he had evidence based upon some of the others that had worked for him, fair adventurers and their evidence. But they did not believe him. For who would go against a saint? And now the dear lantern dims lightly in the dungeons below the cathedral, waiting admonishment. That is what I have heard, at least.
He's well-traveled himself, as far as I know. Well, do you know where Telry is currently?
Well, I know what he was doing, but now I dare say he's most likely going to reclaim his father from the dungeons. 'Tis a good son and all.
That would be all, Lotus Pandora. Thank you for taking the time to speak with me. If I'm honest, this city is part of a long-term plan. I don't even know if that will work. I don't know I don't know a lot of things, but the journey is worth it. And she'll kind of like nod over at Marlowe. I appreciate your time, and she will take a deep, graceful bow.
Lotus Pandora will return it. When next that you might need of me.
Mr. Marlowe, did you have questions for her, or is she gone?
Sorry, go ahead.
Miss Pandora.
Hold on.
That sounds very painful for her.
She's just like warbling all the way down the hallway.
Yes.
Is there anything that you need from us?
Not as of right now, no.
Oh, if there is, be sure to let us know.
Mm-hmm. Deep bow.
You'll return it.
She will fold backwards and roll out of the hallway.
Marlo, this whole thing is very strange. All right. Well, did you need anything?
No, I'd been meaning to pay her a visit, ask her if she needed anything. That was about it.
Oh, good. Well, I'm sure she'll mention something if she needs us. I have some helping with population to do. Making sure people are moved in and happy and have good neighbors, I suppose.
There's one thing that she could use, though. That's the smooth, foreign, refreshing taste of an LP cure. God.
Marlo doesn't know what anything she said means. We'll go back to looking at paper rectangles.
Yeah, point. When I was saying, like, you're not just gonna blush at her, right?
These sick rectangles.
And
So good.
Goes back to looking at paper rectangles. All right.
Did you need me for anything? No, I just wanted to make sure you didn't need anything yourself, of course.
Of course. Of course.
Of course.
I don't want to hear any backsass from you, you creep.
No, I just
Can I use my primeval awareness to search for the terminally ill? No, you can't use it for that.
look, I can use it to identify the back scratcher they got in their back. I assumed maybe they had fucking, I don't know, I could detect pox.
Yes,
or something.
unfortunately, the ability that you're looking for doesn't. They don't have the ability to die very soon. That's not an ability they gain.
Well, I also have medicine
can I
training.
recycle your grandma?
I also have medicine
Condition.
training. I assumed with that I could, I don't know, maybe identify certain diseases at a distance. I don't know.
Yeah, just keep on making them
Condition.
communications, Craig.
Condition weak lungs.
Condition.
I'd like to identify weak lungs.
Can I use this to identify the unloved and
It
easily forgotten?
it kind of works in some of the Assassin's Creed games, you know.
Yeah, whatever. I'll use the death horse.
I locate someone with dysentery.
Ugh.
Ugh. Nobody wants that legend. Nobody
Yeah, but
wants.
think about it, they'd die in the medieval times.
Yeah,
That's true. That's true.
that's true.
You want terminally
Anyway.
ill? There you go.
Anyway, I'm sorry, you have diarrhea. I'm doomed, yes.
Can I make a burial place?
What do you mean?
Like,
Great.
instead of burying corpses, you just like bury a corpse in the fucking forest district and put a tree seat on top of it.
Yeah, you can just
This way's
you can do that. Yeah, it's fine.
this way's like more of a memorable type.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. So I won't seem
Memorable
so weird.
mulching.
So people
What's
don't.
that called is a fake crypt. It's where
The
people
Death
put their
Horse did
bodies
it.
and they think you're leaving them depressed.
The
but
death
you're not.
horse. The death horse will drag away your mother's corpse and place her in the wood and grow a mushroom tree on top of it. Man, this legend is just growing. Soon it's going to be a full-blown nursery rhyme
It needs a tune.
that all the dwarvish children will dance and sing outside, and Swig will just sit there, eyes shifting.
You know what? I'm gonna make a nursery of it this morning. just do it.
Yep.
Have you heard of the Ape King that swings about the branches in the big tree?
And Marlowe's going to be Santa Claus, except instead of leaving you presents,
No, I'm not.
he leaves you, like, carefully
Coal.
worded essays.
Because it's a rock.
Yeah, he leaves you rocks.
Everybody wants to get coal in their stockings.
You
On
should...
a sleigh.
He said...
The classic dwarven family.
Chrome is his slave.
There he is.
What?
The Night Rider and the Rock Gifter. You've been gifted a rock from the Rock King.
He's just like Santa, except he throws rocks at you.
How to create a national holiday.
Good stuff. Anyway, enough happiness. I've got rolls to make.
Yeah, how many people we get?
Wait, but no, my happiness.
Happiness?
Hey.
I'm just fucking confused.
Why are you confused, Marlo? We're building a city.
When is Marlo not confused?
I'm always confused.
That's my secret.
Building the city
Okay.
lets us power the Faygate, which is the entire reason we're here.
Yeah, but we gotta, pay for it.
Exactly, that's what the city is for. And that's what the people are for. All for keeping that Faygate working.
Oh shit, I'm just doing this because it's funny.
I need sacrifices to become a lich, so, city.
Alright, see how many you get this time. 770. So close, dude. You can just give me the 777.
That would have been funny.
That's a much better number of people.
Well, we would have gotten a funny character if only. If only.
2,291.
Oh, they're getting there.
Like 2 more months, I think. We have to make communications.
Oh, we do have the lander
trying.
buff, though, for income. So, we should get at least a little bit more income.
Yeah, we got the black market. Oh, I totally forgot about the black market.
We've got black market. Wait a second, we have a black market.
No. See, the black market's for materials. Right now, you're researching soul stealing, so you'll get there. You'll get there.
Ah, yes. Any evil wizards come to my city, please?
I wonder if we were going to get it done.
Are they really slaves if they're dead? I think they're just corpses at that point.
Other big cities have dons.
They're just golems at that point. Like, they don't even think.
Hey, my 2 undead were
Alright.
golems.
Let's do some
They were pride
fluctuations.
warriors.
40,
No. We call them flesh automaton around here.
30%. That would be Xing.
So, how's the new tree?
It's alright. Think I seen better.
I mean, is it getting any sunlight?
Yeah, the crystals are doing their job.
Alright.
What's the point of asking if it's in sunlight? We're under a mountain.
Like most trees grow in sun, right?
Have you not been in the forest district yet?
I don't think they're trees or mushrooms, so I don't think we have trees here.
A tree shroom.
I think it's just a mushroom forest.
Troom? A troom.
A shroom.
Shit. That's a good idea.
I've always thought it would be cool to live inside a mushroom.
Maybe
mean,
one day.
We could probably set you up like a hermit shack somewhere.
There's
But I
some
won't
really
do
big
it.
ones. To have
I'm
a
not
secret
gonna do it.
fort.
Because only elves live in trees, and I hate elves.
Well, it's not really a tree, is it?
The equivalent of a tree.
Nah. It's a mushroom. Totally different.
I
Completely
won't
separate.
have you desecrate my trees.
I mean, if anyone here would know the difference
Numbers.
between a tree and a mushroom, I feel like it would be Mr. Grohl.
I mean, I've set up like tree forts before, but nothing like livable.
Well, actually, Mr. Swig, how do dwarven druids work? If you don't really like trees,
I just did it out of spite for the
I-
elves.
so
'Cause
you
I knew I
became
would
a
be better than them.
you became a druid out of spite.
Exactly.
Spite's a powerful thing.
Yes, obviously, apparently it is.
So you chose to be a druid just to show you could do it better.
Did some elf tell you that you were dumb at some point and they were a druid and you took it
No.
personally? What brought this about?
No, the Druidic society was going down as a whole, so therefore I thought I could be the change. I wasn't. But I could have been.
Well,
I would
how
have
long
been
have you
something, and then
how
I
long have you been dead?
Too long.
Bit late. But maybe you can do it
Hey.
now. Who knows?
Not really too late. Looks at the dream circle. I think he's making a pretty good change.
he is literally part of a secret society now. He's going up in the world. Try number 2 is going a bit better.
Do you think you can fix it?
This is where restarting is always better.
Mr.
Grand
Swig,
total.
Oh, go ahead.
Grand total is 2,261.
We're moving up in the world. Fuck yeah.
Your total upkeep at this point is 3,190. So that's minus 928.
Alright, someone got that?
No.
What, the money?
Yeah, just I'll probably write up a document here.
What? I'm confused.
You don't
We're-
still have the money from last time.
Yeah,
We're
he's
short.
doing upkeep.
Okay, it's meeting time. Big meeting. The Brass Baron.
Alright.
Dun, 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 dun.
I think we popped that Laza prediction.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. We divination Laza, the big one.
Would you like to?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Divination. Get all that open. Okay. Laza will cast the spell. What is your question?
If we are friendly with the Brass Baron, will he try and take Moazkadon?
Ambition is tempered by wisdom. The weak are led by the strong.
All right.
So we're cooked.
We gotta.
We're not weak. What are you talking about?
We have to hold a strong stance, and we have to make sure not to be overly ambitious.
Laza offers his interpretation as your regent.
Mm-hmm.
The Brass Baron does not strike me as a man that rewards weakness. He considers himself a protector of the weak, from what I've been able to study of him. If we do not want to give up our control over our city, then we would need to present him as if we are an ally worthy of his respect.
I see.
We don't want him to think that he has to protect us, or that he would be doing us a favor by moving in. We should appreciate that he's here, but not act like we need him.
Laza is also able to tell you from his alignment from the divination, he is lawful neutral.
Okay.
And you still got that the stone I could use for augury there, Marlon?
Yeah, you can just hold on to it indefinitely. If you need a new one, just ask me. I'll make you a new one. But consider it like your item for the timing until I ask for it back.
He'll nod.
Ambition will be tempered by wisdom. Not the first time I've heard that.
All right, are you guys ready to meet with the Brass Baron?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
As well, Ruby.
I throw on my helmet.
Here we go.
And Marlo, if you need assistance, please do ask. We do tend to let you take the lead in this, but we don't want a repeat of Lander.
Step in whenever you want to. I'll just speak my mind when it's come to it, I guess.
Yes, we're so cool.
I don't want to be the one to give you permission to speak or ask. I trust your judgment. Most of the time.
Know any sick people?
I recycle your grandma?
Do you know any sick? Have you heard any rumors lately?
Anyone heard of this death horse legend that's going around? People are talking about it all over the place.
That is crazy. That is some crazy
Alrighty.
stuff.
And at this point, the Corellian Circle and Laza are informed that the Brass Baron has arrived in the city, and it is making his way towards your meeting chamber. So, let's go ahead and... I presume everyone wishes to be here for this meeting?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. You hear a bunch of wobbling noises coming from you, Legend.
Okay. Fucking go, dude.
Hmm.
Okay. Vito Buttermilk presents himself before the court. Greetings, greetings. It is my proud and distinct pleasure to introduce the Lord of Brass himself, the Brass Baron, Davian Laton. And Vito will give a deep bow as this man. Alright, here we go. Boom.
Oh, yeah.
That man's got a chin.
Big shout out to Waymaker. Did a great job.
He's so snazzy.
Ooh, I love the gauntlet.
Okay. They play something. Something.
Something brass-like.
Really glad I'm in between these two. If Nara or Barlow were next to me, it'd probably be girl talking. That's a handsome boy.
I don't know. I don't want you to be cheating.
What? We're not. I didn't marry him. Come.
Oh, this is news to me.
Grips hat.
Give me I want to play something. It's home. Ah, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Yeah. All right. Davian Laton will enter the room and will give a parting nod towards Beto, who will move to the back, and he will stand before you.
Mr. Beto, thank you for the introduction. Mr. Laton, welcome to Moazkana.
Thank you. I found the city to be most beautiful. I apologize for any delay. I simply had to take my time and really drink in the dwarven prowess at which we are standing within. The power over their stonework is nigh unto not be believable by some, except thy own eyes would reveal it. I find it with the utmost gratitude to have been welcomed into a city long since thought lost and occupied by our Metherian enemies. He will stand before you. You have me at a bit of a disadvantage, however. Despite this being our first meeting, no doubt you have heard tale of my repute, but I have not been able to detect anything on any of you. Please, I would like to know of whom I'm speaking with, and what your intentions are with this meeting.
Well, a bit about ourselves. We are travelers, librarians of sorts. We were employees at the Bard's College a few years back. We are collectors and preservers of knowledge. About this city, we had recently relieved the prior owner, an Enthodemon, of his ownership, and have taken it ourselves to create a neutral zone, a place to preserve knowledge, as well as the stonework.
I see. I had heard that Metherians had taken it from the dwarves, an action that I found to be most suspect, for Demon's Deep has long held a treaty with the Pale City. And now I've heard that you have taken it from demons. It would seem that there is much more to this city than originally suspected by most people. But could you perhaps explain whom it is I am truly speaking to? You say that you are travelers, but I sense that that is not the whole story. Librarians you may be, but his eyes will shift to each of the characters present. But I sense you are also more than that.
Apologies for the lack of introductions. My name is Marlowe. Marlowe the Bard.
I am
Gestured
Nenenoff.
at girl.
I am to be called Nenenoff.
Then
It's good
enough.
to make your acquaintance.
Twilight Mouse will bow. And the Twilight Mouse.
Twilight Mouse.
A moniker. You understand.
Yes, I understand the
Mr.
potency of having such a moniker. He'll
Yes,
smile.
Mr. Brass Baron.
I'll stand up and I'll say, I'm Venoth Tyr.
Venoth Tyr.
Nah gives a slight bow. Nah, clan root.
He'll nod.
Suig, druid.
Well then. 'Tis a strange, but not uninviting company I find myself within. There are many things to discuss, and little time to do so. Were it up to me, we would have such a discussion over feasting. Feasting that would last many days. But I am afraid that the war draws my attention too quickly from such properly adorned diplomacy. Therefore, I shall not waste your time. To hear of a city such as yourself suddenly becoming, I suppose you might call it, a piece upon the board, I have come to ensure that that piece is not pointed at me, nor is it allied with my enemies. Holding the Broken Oaks has taken quite an expenditure of manpower and resources. The war in Mornhal keeps me quite occupied, but I do not intend to lose what I have fought so hard to gain. The Twisting Pines hold quite the advantageous position. I had long since thought that, or previously thought rather, that occupation within the Twisting Pines was not amenable. And here, an unforeseen opportunity has presented itself. So we shall begin there. Are you my enemies, or are you my friends?
We are, as established, a neutral party.
True.
We have no intention in conquering other cities or kingdoms. We've established our ground here for our own purposes.
And what purposes,
You are welcome.
pray tell, are those?
The collection and preservation of knowledge. It is a library.
Apologies, I do not mean to be disdainful of your purpose, but you have a city with quite the bit of resources. You are far more than a library. So perhaps I shall ask in a more straightforward manner. What do you intend to do with all of your non-librarian duties and abilities and facilities?
Did you acquaint yourself with the edicts that were written in stone at the entrance?
I did, but that doesn't answer my question.
Please, would you clarify your question then? How do you mean?
All right, anybody here want to give me an insight?
Yeah.
Mine sucks, so.
The Brass Baron is indicating that, despite what your tenants might state, you have a gun. Your promise to use it and be a librarian is not believable.
Mm-hmm.
I will speak up. We are a blade that is sheathed.
Our target, so to speak, is no man, but a location.
Explain.
There
Yes,
is
Bill?
a island to the north above the Druidic regions.
He'll hold
of
up
the
his
Mid-
hand. One moment. Vito! Yes, my liege. He will get out a piece of parchment and quill. Continue.
Apologies. We have not fully established yet, and this message has not been sent out. So. But we believe that there is a danger growing upon an island to the north of the Misted Lands. This danger is unknown in its true identity, but we
Orlean de
understand...
Drakta, he says in Elvish. Yes, I know of the island that you speak of.
You do?
Yes.
We seek to correct it. It seems to be the main point of the problems with the ley lines of Corvana. So you're familiar with ley lines?
I know enough to know that they are broken, and that the powers that be allowed them to be as such. Hence, while I have taken it upon myself to become the new warden of this land.
You intend to fix the ley lines yourself?
I intend to fix far more than just the ley lines. This continent has been too long without a proper leader, one that listens to their subordinates, one that truly unites them, but not under some fested faith, but under logic and might. The only two forces that truly matter.
So your
Father
wish
Mouse
is to
will
become an
smile.
emperor.
I will become what I must in order to ensure that order is maintained, and that this land is healed its many wounds.
If that be the case, then we would welcome you as an ally in our task.
Not raises an eyebrow at that.
So you
Would
say,
you not?
So
No?
you say the focus of your intent is not this city, but another location entirely. Yet you have taken a city months of travel away from it. I do
This
not
is a
see
staging ground. To get ourselves prepared, gather forces.
and
to,
march them across my lands.
No, they will be marched across no one's land.
Then how do you intend to enforce your will upon this island? You are landlocked.
Lord Baron,
With all due respect, Baron, you do not share all your secrets with us. We will not share all our secrets with you. You do understand, don't you?
I do. I understand that you have quite the potent city. One that you have assured me that it will not be used against me because of tenets written on stone. Tenets that I presume that your people must agree to. But you, as you must most assuredly realize, are not alone in this world. I have come today to assess as to whether or not we are friends or enemies, and thus far you have evaded my question. Your tenets are irrelevant to me. My question is quite simple. What do you intend to do with your military might?
Let me answer your question then. We will hold strong. If someone points their blade at us, we will point it at them. We will not start conflict. We will only respond to conflict.
So you have no opinions on the wars that are currently popping up all throughout Corvanus?
The
No.
wars popping up across Corvanus are a symptom of a greater plague. We aim to take the weed out at the root, as it were.
As you stated earlier, or we stated earlier, apologies, we had originated our services within the Bard's College, and the church has, of course, lifted their hands against them, and we stayed our hands, and we intend on continuing to do so even with our connections to them. But we also do not support their church and their actions. Much of the damages we can see in the lands are their faults, and, well, we have made agreements with the church that are currently within our city.
Insight checks. Alright, Swig. Upon Nananoth's words, speaking of the Metharians that you have already made deals with, you can see that just ever so briefly, there is a flash of anger across the Baron's face. He covers it quickly and maintains his cool demeanor, but you can tell that he did not like what Nananoth just said. Continue.
No.
Oh, you can interject if you want, yeah.
Nananoth has left out information. We are not only aligned with ourselves, the church, we wish to align with everyone. Friends of everyone. No enemies. So if you wish...
Within our walls.
Yes, within our walls. If you wish to stage your... If you wish to leave men here and battle outside the walls, you are free to do so. No battle will happen in the walls. If so, consequences will be dealt to individuals.
Effectively, if you went around, say you killed every Metharian on the face of this continent, I would not care. But if you send your men in here to kill a single Metharian, then I will care.
We will care.
So I am to take it that your outlook is that my presence is equal to that of Etheria's presence. So my men, as you stated, could quarter themselves here, as long as they did not commit violence within your stone walls.
Exactly.
And follow the tenets. Participate.
Indeed.
Our goal is to preserve knowledge. I have a question for you, Mr. Laton. Have you been outside of Corvanus?
No.
The world is a very vast place. And for someone like myself, who is well-traveled, the political climate, the wars that are going on are effectively meaningless. Something
you,
I've noticed.
Perhaps. Not to me.
Yes. I can understand that, but that I want to help better portray how some of the philosophy of why this city exists. It is not apathetic, it is just indifferent. The goal of this city does not require supporting any side or fighting against any other side. We will not turn our blade on you.
Let me ask you a further question, Baron. How do you plan to move forward once you've conquered everything else?
Rule it, so that all might prosper.
Sounds ambitious, but you are clearly an ambitious man. And
I am
clearly
much...
doing a decent job of it, as I've looked at the map recently, and I see that you have claimed a large portion of it. My point is, we have a goal. And as for myself, personally, not the opinion of the circle, but personally, I don't care about this city after we get done with the job.
Oh, fuck.
But we need the city to do it.
Alright, I need insight checks.
What?
And I know exactly what he's thinking.
Sweet, coming in clutch.
Swig, you will see once again a flash of anger and a little disgust will go across the Brass Baron's face. But he does not interject. Continue.
We not only align ourselves with the Metherians. As you can see, I am an undeath. We also align ourselves with the Barrow King to the marshlands, waging war also against the Metherians. He is just yet to move in forces.
The Brass Baron will take a long moment before he responds. So I am to consider you my friend, then, yes?
At the very least, not an enemy.
An acquaintance, perhaps?
For the moment, I will supersede my opinion, and I shall address you as if what you have said is true and shall come to pass. A neutral territory that exists purely for the recollection and recording of knowledge is all well and good. That is not what you are. The preliminary information that I have received from my eyes and ears within this place have revealed to me that you have massive forges. Forges that are capable of producing arms at an exorbitant rate. Perhaps even more so than any other place within Corvinus. And yet, I am supposed to take your word that you will not turn these weapons upon me, as my back is turned to you as I deal with Mornhal, or any of the other Metherian threats. And might I also state that you have incurred to allow Metherians within your walls to be treated as equals as you would to my men. How long is it, I wonder, until the Metherians seek to take back what was taken from them?
What might that be?
This place.
The city, Marlowe.
It won't be long.
We imagine
Was this
that
taken from them? Was this not taken from the dwarves?
a bit of a
The Metherians laid claim.
I think you'll find that whom has taken from whom will change many times, but one thing will always remain true. He who stands upon the ground is its king. And despite your naivety, I do not believe that the Metharians will respect any law that you have made, nor any deal that you have struck. You may only look to history to see the difference. And even if the Metharians that you have met here have been open to do so, I find it incredibly unlikely that the entirety of the religion that has held a chokehold over my home for hundreds of years is going to acquiesce. You say that you intend to be a neutral place that records knowledge. And while I do find that to be respectable, necessary even, I think you will find that what you will be is under constant attack. You will turn to war to defend your precious home, and you will find that your efforts will not be to the recollection of knowledge, but to warfare. The Metharians will come, and when they do, I can only hope that you are ready for them. And perhaps this is where I might be able to assist. If you do not wish to exert any outward military force, so be it. Instead, I would like to offer you a trade agreement. He'll snap his fingers as Beto will hand a scroll to him, and then he will pass it to Marlowe.
We'll take it and look at it.
Alright. Do you have Merchant's Kit?
No.
Trained?
Swig does.
Does anybody
No,
have
that's-
Merchant's Kit
Chrome.
trained?
That's
I do.
Chrome? Okay. You might want to pass it to Chrome then.
My hands out.
He can speak lawyerese.
Ooh, lawyer.
The real bandits.
Yeah, Chrome puts on his little old man glasses. Let me see what we got.
Right on the nose of his helmet. Yeah.
Let me
Mm.
pull my mission kit.
In terms of the Metharians here, they have yet to go back on their word.
And how
And-
long have you been established?
Somewhere around 2.5 months. And our blade has been sheathed as a result.
Indeed. As you begin to look it over Chrome, alright, so a couple of things I can tell you from that check. First, the Brass Baron's trade agreement is pretty straightforward. He is not subtle. He intends to provide you with a substantial investment into the facilities of the forges of Moaz Kadan. But there are stipulations. First, he and his men, his forces, receive a discount in the creation of armaments for them. And second, that you do not trade any armaments with the Metharians.
Hmm.
What an interesting treaty this is.
There is an issue with this.
Yes?
The forgemen, the artisans, are the ones who determine who they trade with. And the merchants who buy their goods and trade on their behalf or try to make a profit.
Oh, I see.
They determine who they trade with.
So your market is residual?
Yes, and it's a free market.
Ah, in that case, might I have that back? Bido, the second. He will pass you a new contract.
Another kit?
This contract is pretty much the same, except there's a couple of differences. he will be giving you even more money, and he will be purchasing guild houses to monopolize the trade. Which he can do so because it's a free market.
Yeah.
You know, Marvel, this is a good offer, but this
I don't know.
locks out the Mytharians.
How so?
We cannot do trade with them, with armaments.
It is
We
not
could
that
do
they.
food.
No,
It is not that they cannot do trade. It is that simply that I intend to purchase the guild houses, both minting or otherwise, trade outposts, and every other line of trade. And I will, because it is a free market, as you said, be upcharging the Mytharians to the point that to use them would be detrimental.
You're gonna own our economy?
No,
Essentially.
not the
He will make
entirety.
He will also make sure that the Mytharians can't gain an easy foothold here themselves, while strengthening his own position.
Indeed.
Captain Carter's men have followed our rules, have fought alongside the undead and the apostates.
They have paid
They have
a blood debt to you, then.
no, but they've proven themselves, and they have laid claim to their property. The rest of the property is
But yes, Carter has
to you.
owned a blood debt of sorts. He has bled with us.
Very well.
in the literal sense, but in the figurative sense.
That is what I meant. I will not disrespect a warrior's bond. Give me their names, and I shall see that they are given exception, them and their families provable by 1 generation of bloodline. Vito, make the amendment. Does that suffice?
Not a bad deal.
I would, but that would be subject to our edicts and oaths, as having property would make you a citizen, independent of any other nation that one is affiliated with. We'll say a citizen for as long as you are within these walls, and thus to follow the rules.
Have I
But as I
broken
see
any
it,
rule?
you have
He
not.
is not.
No.
Then what is the problem?
I
There
think
is none. I just
there
wanted
is
to.
none. The deal is good.
Be as clear as possible, and make sure that I express that.
Shall we take counsel for a moment? This is a
I shall leave you
large-
to your deliberations, as you have much to consider, and I shall be in the area for a week or so, as I am resupplying my men. I hope you don't mind that I use the city to do that. I will, of course, pay fair market value for any goods procured.
Absolutely.
Free to do so.
Very well. This has been an interesting encounter. I look forward to hearing more from this Carnelian circle. He will give a deep, kind of flashy salute, and then he will go on his way, giving you time to
Arlo
discuss
will
what to
return
do.
the pleasantries.
All right.
Okay.
Well, this deal is too ludicrous.
So let me go ahead and tell you what the actual mechanics of that is, real quick.
Mm-hmm.
So, a Brass Baron investment, he intends to give you 80,000 gold. In addition to that, he will give you a trade increase that will increase your market value by about 25% across the board on all pieces. However, the cost of that is that he will essentially block out Mytharian trade.
Which makes us non-neutral.
But legally speaking, we wouldn't actually.
Legally, it is in your
Yeah,
tenants,
legally, we have nothing to do with it.
in your tenants, he is neutral, as so everybody else. But since you insisted on a free market, that means you have to deal with the fact that he was here first. He has more money, so he gets to take what he wants if you sell it to him.
And if some Metherian decided to try and do the same and was really good at it, he could buy him out, but that's probably not going to happen. So it is balanced. It is free.
So here's
The problem is the free market doesn't mean that it's fair.
Yeah.
Here's the question: do we want to regulate our market there?
No,
I
this
don't
seems
care.
this seems like a fine
I
deal.
just wanna go through
Oh,
the
we all for rampant
Say butthole.
consumerism? Let's go.
Maybe
Look, we
put a
just need
halt
the city to work.
monopolies.
As I established earlier this very morning, we just need the city to work so that we can power the gate.
I would
That's the whole
appreciate
point.
if you didn't actually state that out loud.
I
But
didn't mention the gate.
no,
He knows there's something here, Groll. He knows.
No,
He doesn't know what it is.
that was
I'm
Swig.
fine.
But no, don't speak of your dispassion for this place. That is a not
Please, I
the
beg all of you, do not speak of you not caring for the city.
I
It was
care very
bad.
much for it. Yeah.
We are acting as its guardians, and he is a man who cares for guardians. And you
And you
simply
act like
spoke.
uncaring guardians who are gonna throw away your new toy when you aren't done with it. You really think he looked at you with like respect? No. He thought disgust when you mentioned it. This
Better to
looks
be honest,
good
though.
for us.
If Miss Twilight Mouse wants to leave after this is done, that's not any of our decisions. That's
No,
her
yes,
decision.
it's fine if she wants to leave. Just not.
Please don't bring such things into negotiations.
Yes.
Is it not a weapon, though? Is that not its purpose?
We are a guiding hand. As far as I can tell, we will most likely be a staging ground for others.
We're not
Battle
tyrants.
calls us, then so be it. And battle will call us. But this city is no sword. That is more us.
This city is absolutely a sword. It has a Fey gate. It has its own machinations that keep it running. It has an immense forge that can produce an entire army. Who knows what else? I'm going to look into more things around this city. There are more secrets here. People want it. People will want it. And eventually they will take it from us because we have nothing to keep them from doing so.
Which is why we should start up a military force. We should make one.
Agreed. Or call upon
the citizens. Do as much. Train. What else can we do? Can't call outside forces. You have to depend on the ones we have.
Perhaps the Barrow
Presuming
King.
The Barrow King is not a
Presuming we
neutral
succeed.
party.
He's an allied party.
Yes, and every other party on this continent is against the church. I am mostly concerned about Captain Carter and his men, and other Metherians who.
What are these people going to do when the walls fall?
When the walls fall?
When the church is no longer in power,
Oh.
what's going to happen when the demon waste spills through?
Told you a new enemy. Swords will be
Precisely.
pointed at it.
That's. No one realizes that.
This is a place of resources. We can assist in the movements of people to take the wall. Metherians aren't the only ones capable of fighting demons. I think we proved that.
With a Metherian.
Yes, but I think it was more Swig's doing that won that battle.
That's true. That's very true. In any case, I think it's a good deal. It is not a long-term solution, and as Mr. Swig and Mr. Groll have said, we should definitely have an army here. It will not be a sizable army if we're having to recruit from our own people. Not anytime soon.
It's much better than recruiting outside forces and leaning to one side than another.
Agreed.
And with him giving exception to Carter, doesn't hold anything against our statements that we said for him. seems this Baron's a lot more capable of looking past himself for personal benefit.
I doubt that. I think he wants to try to get as much gain as possible for his situation by putting in the least amount of effort. The purchasing of the guild halls and establishing artisans to craft him arms is just that. It is the most amount of gain for the least amount of effort.
With this, can we tell from the loan how much he wants us to invest into the forges? Because obviously, if he wants to like monopolize them, we have to get some of them up and running.
Yes.
True.
He gave us 80,000.
Also,
So that we use some of that to open the forge.
even if we don't take the deal, it's a free market. You can just take it.
Yep. The 80,000 is a courtesy.
Indeed.
No, we have no idea what any of the numbers, any of the prices, any of the ratios. Like,
No, we're not merchants.
We could just come back like a month or something out of a Faygate and be like, okay, he just happened to buy the entire place. I'm also like, I don't fucking care at this point.
Then
take the 80,000.
What?
Yeah, it's Marlowe. Again, another person we're going to have to worry about. They're dispassionate about the city bleeding into our arguments. But I don't think we can avoid this loan. I don't think we have a better option. Allowing him to buy our markets is essentially allowing him to buy our allegiance. The city will be on his side whether we want it to or not.
Yeah.
That's okay.
I do agree with his positions, but obviously this whole ambition thing has gotten him by the neck.
He seems to be attempting some form of, well, the equivalent of a nobleman's altruism.
He is a Matherian without the faith.
He thinks he's solving a problem, same as we are. What makes him different from us is he has money and armies.
Yeah. He did mention that the existence of this place was, in his words, necessary, or might even be necessary.
I believe he finds at least our stated goals to be worthwhile, but obviously he hears the unstated all too clearly.
What would be left over of the percentage that the the brass baron would take? How much percentage he's taking?
He's adding. He's not taking.
No, he's buying
in his control.
Yeah,
Like,
he's buying
how many
buying
hex
rights
grids?
in like certain sections of our city. He's just buying up like a bunch of the forage essentially.
The intended option here is that he is doing it in so much as to block out the Matherians.
Yeah, he's making guild halls. He's not buying the
now,
forge.
granted, he will be getting a pretty hefty piece of the pie for market, which means that if you guys had... Essentially, there's only so much taxes that people can really bear. So essentially, you guys only asked for 10. The Brass Baron, through being able to monopolize the market, would be able to essentially take the equivalent of 5%. If you guys had demanded more taxes from your people, then it would be a competitive problem, but it's not because you guys only asked for 10. So,
and he increases all value by 25%. So, if he's just taking he's taking like half the income of the place.
But it's a good deal because we also get paid and we can run the city. That's what matters.
Yeah, it's a jump start, basically.
The influx of investment is very important.
Mm-hmm.
I think we take this.
It technically keeps us in truth with Carter, but it will obviously strain him. I think
He'll have access.
If Kara
Sort of.
wants to supply weapons to Metharians, he's gonna have a harder time.
Well,
That's not any of our business. If Brass Baron wants to have easier access to weapons and win a war, then he'll have an easier time. But I don't think that's, well, I don't want to say any of our business, but it's certainly not mine, and certainly not the city's.
Problem we run into now is whoever controls our market
The-
basically controls everything.
the issue will be clear. If we allow this, we become a target for the Metharians on the outside. We will be producing weapons for their enemy, market shares or not, legality or not, we will become a target.
Letting him in at all. You saw that man.
No, there's a
He
difference.
won't. He won't stop. Letting him in at all will eventually give this city to him. He's done it to
My
half the
question-
map. How are we different?
My question is, how are the Metharians going to come knocking on our door if they have to get through Mornhal, through the Twisting Pines, all the way over here? That's
We
on the
were already-
presumption that he loses.
We were already warned. Mornhal falls soon. Perhaps this month, the next.
Is he not?
Soon.
Did he not just say that he's going to take Mornhal?
He said he's going to Mornhal himself.
He may attempt to march past us, in a sense, or perhaps use us as a way of storing his troops, resupplying, leaving. We will become a hub for him with this market sale.
It's only due to our placement in the board. It's nothing to do with our allegiance.
Which is going to push us more in his hands, as the Metharians will push against us, and if we do not have our own forces in set point to hold against their push, we'll be forced to lean on the Brass Baron more and more.
So we're dependent on him.
If we're going to make this push, we should either push for independence or at least productive enough that he doesn't wish to change ownership.
I spent years walking through a desert with a single piece of paper just to deliver it to someone. I have never built a city. I know nothing about running cities. I know how to run a library. I know how to take care of a library, but I do not know anything about politics or waging wars or siding on wars. I don't know what is best for this place as a political entity. So I suggest we put it up to a vote. I abstain. That is an odd number.
Then I am for.
I do not know exactly where he will eventually lead this, but his goals, at least, I align more with than with the Metharians. We need this and cannot continue to wait on it. I vote for.
I vote for as well.
That's 3.
Even if this is decided, I would still like to hear your parts.
In a matter of trade, this is good. I am a little biased as it gets my home time to rebuild. Perhaps even Brass Baron will even save it. I am for it.
I understand the trade agreement is good, but unfortunately, I worry about how he will rule when all's said and done.
He's not ruling yet.
True. Yet. That's the key word there.
There's still plenty
Unfortunately,
of time
I think my earlier statement hangs a bit too true. He's a Metharian. He just doesn't have faith. The man wants to be able to rule the entirety of the continent and rule it better for the people, so that's good. I would need to know what those views are, actually.
Points at
'Cause-
Swig.
Otherwise, he's going to rule a country and other things will happen. The cycle will just happen again. The trade is good. I don't trust the man.
If I might, Laza will step forward. We could simply amend his deal. We don't have to accept it as it is. We could make stipulations, such as we have say over where he builds his halls and what he has access to. We could also outright deny him. I don't like how pushy he is, to be honest.
Aye.
He's a politician.
To me, he seems to.
He's goal-oriented man.
Perhaps, Mr.
Anything is a
Marlowe.
means to an end.
But he's also a blue-blooded noble. I could tell just by looking at him. This is a man who has never had anyone say no to him. He can't just do whatever he wants. Why? Because he has money and an army?
Mr.
I don't
Laza,
know.
he has money and an army. If we say no, why wouldn't he just step in and take it?
If that was the case, Twilight Mouse, why wouldn't he have done it already? Why would he give us warning first?
He has some semblance of courtesy, I suppose. He seems to have goals.
Perhaps, or more likely, I think, he can't. He would very much like you to believe that he can. But that's part of it, isn't it? And also, might I remind you, as Laza will step in, he's already fighting a war on another front against the Mytharians. To fight another one here would deplete his resources even further.
I think we do.
Oh, go ahead.
I think we do take his offer, but change what he controls, like what Laza said. That is a good idea.
We control what he
What-
controls.
What's in pictures? Could you explain to me how much the Brass Baron would be purchasing with 80,000 gold?
With the current, we'd be locked with no trade with Mytharians. There won't be locked. It won't be too expensive for the Mytharians to pay. But we will be providing the Brass Baron with enough weapons and tools for war to win. If we just tip it a little bit in favor of the Mytharians to make it an equal fight. We don't take as much gold, perhaps we drop it to half. He goes 40,000 and he has a less harsh discount or
We could also
prices.
tax guild halls more than we tax citizens.
Perhaps we limit the amount he can actually own within a section.
I think we should use his hatred of the Mytharians against him. That is what I think we should.
How would you suggest we do that?
Well, it's quite simple, really. He is willing to throw us this much money. We should amend the terms to give him what he wants, but to ensure that we have advantage from it. It seems all he's really interested in is the forges themselves and their production. But, dare I say, he doesn't have any means of transport, does he?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
So, if we give the Mytharians control of the transport of those goods, and set them up, or perhaps even another faction, to be the ones that must move the armaments by our own law, then we might be able to enforce that they have to pay a similar amount. Make them competitive against one another.
We control the movement of the materials currently.
I do
You see,
the idea.
this is why we put Laza in charge.
Only
It's against the
small snag
tenants.
is, well, I don't believe so. Competition in an environment in a market doesn't exactly seem to be harming anyone. But also the person who runs our wagons was recently tortured by the Mytharians.
Yeah,
Well, it
that's
doesn't
not gonna
have to be
happen.
them, but what I'm saying is that we can put another force to compete directly with the Brass Baron.
Say,
If-
for example, the Undead King.
At the end of the
True.
day, it was his inception that we are in a free market, so he may buy what he wishes. Well, I would like to state that we are in a free market, and we do not have to allow him to take all of these, what would you call it, these advantages. These advantages just because he is here first and has a surplus of funds. And as to the tenants, Marlowe, the tenants dictate that we must be neutral. So therefore, we will control everyone at the same amount and rate. We will just simply say, if we do not want the Brass Baron to buy anything, we will say no one may buy anything at this time. Or we can regulate which area can be bought at a time. You are the Carnelian Circle. You still rule this place.
I can see why you were giving an advisory role amongst the Minotaurs.
Look, I'm not saying that he is our enemy. I don't think that he is. But if I am trying to keep Mr. Marlowe's dream alive, that this place, to be truly neutral, and a place to record information that all might enjoy. And although he might disdain politics, and I will admit to a certain degree I do as well, we cannot simply ignore them.
Politics run countries.
We must play the game, but we don't have to play it by their rules.
I trust your judgment. I can find nothing wrong with these trade agreements because due to my illiteracy in things like this. I only go off my assumption that he is just doing the most, let's say, beneficial action that requires the least amount of cost. I don't think that harms us.
Running a city like a business, that nothing wrong with that. All right, let's amend it and make it to where someone else is in charge of transport. That makes total sense to me. But it is a good deal.
So, what
I think we should limit the
some
amount of purchase.
some form
Like
of
Laws
limited
said.
market access.
Yes,
Perhaps certain key features are kept as state amenities.
definitely.
Most of them already are. It's the crafting of the things from those amenities that are up to the craftsman. He's effectively going to put his own craftsmen in those positions, so that they get to make the goods.
Yes.
The Metherians can make their own goods if they want to, but what are they going to do? Are they going to send over craftsmen through his forces past the war to purchase a guild hall to make weapons behind their enemies' back?
Buying the housing, the land, the space, essentially, and by taking up the space, he can. I don't think we need to be speaking about the.
Yeah, I want to make sure everybody understands what he's doing. The 80,000 gold is so that he can purchase the property from the free market to monopolize each of the pieces of this weaponry's construction. Law's suggestion was to not give him everything, to keep some things in the open competition, to not allow him to buy them.
Yeah, the facilities are public, and that's what some of the taxes go towards. But if he takes all of the artisan rung and fills the forges with all of his artisans, the position of artisans is still, let's say the membership to that position is still a consensus amongst the other two rungs of the citizens and the librarians. So he'd have to effectively move all of his men into the city, put them in every rung of the hierarchy, and just have them kind of appoint one another back and forth.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like a big portion of like the whole nation is that if you game the system, you just got to make sure that like the legislation. Yeah, like what's the issue? I'm confused. As far as I can tell,
I'm saying
we just regulating.
I don't think he has the means to do that. I don't think he has the means to game this city for him to take it.
I mean, if he gets enough of his people inside the city who's of his alliance, he can influence the politics in such a way, even if they're knowledge-based. Like, he's got a lot of money and a lot of people. He
has
can,
more
but-
money than people.
Yeah. He can. I think you're underestimating him. But I do agree with Mazla's idea that we should restrict him out of certain parts of the market, but still allow him to get the parts that he actually wants, which is the forges. As long as we give him what he actually wants, he'll probably be a lot happier to give up parts of the downstream process, I guess.
Well, then now comes the time to choose which parts are we keeping, so that he can't build a monopoly, and what parts are we giving him.
Well, there is also some other option that I had thought of that might be able to help. We could also simply state that the forges are to be state-ran, but requests can be purchased directly from us. And this could be done in order to ensure neutrality. In fact, that is the basis that we could put on it. To ensure that none of the factions that would use it, that would purchase it, can do so without the permission of the Carnelian Circle and the various hierarchy points.
Problem
Is that not already the case?
No, Mr. Marlowe.
Did we not repair those?
Not all
No.
of them.
repair the heating system?
Oh.
Yes,
Repaired
we
the heating
don't. We
system in
don't.
the base forge.
We don't have those, Mr. Marlowe.
Also, remember, Marlowe, you promised the Matharians the district.
Ah, yes, that is true. We would have to break our word to Carter if we were to allow this brass baron to purchase so much.
Well, he could purchase all the guild houses in the noble district, I guess, or however many 80,000 would give him.
All of it.
No, 80,000 is not his purchasing price. That is what he's giving us, so we let him purchase land.
Wait. So,
Yeah, 80,000 was the cost just to turn the lights on in this place. The land by the forges is already owned by the Matharians, so he can't buy that. But he can buy the guild houses and have artisans come in and use the forges.
So then we'll simply have his ideas previously, where the forges are currently run by us, and put Carter in charge. So technically, Carter, our word to Carter is still held. He's the one in charge of the forges, but would be the Baron's men who run the guilds. It would be endless conflict. I'm not exactly sure how we could figure that one out. I think, unfortunately, if we want this money, I think we're going to be forced to go against Carter.
No. Carter's men already have the land.
How about a vote? After all, we are all allowed to choose.
That sense of competition, do you think it would be possible if we allowed the halls, the guild halls and whatnot, to be functioned and ran by the Brass Baron, and then the forges themselves, I guess Carter's men specifically, not Matharians?
All of this will end in conflict eventually. We will have it's like you said, we'll have people coming in here and complaining, and he said, she said, two people want what they want. It will be conflict all the time. This is not something that I think we should have to deal with all the time as the circle. We should have politicians deal with the politics. Ones that know what they're doing.
Politicians, Laza, all those people.
I have a
No need
terrible
for
idea.
us.
that's the idea. This city should get to the point where it has no need of us, so that we can go get the job done that we've set out to do.
Guild halls are open. They're not public works. We should have a few that are, perhaps one of every profession. As a public library sort of thing, we'll put their 10% into that. But the rest of them, I don't see why we shouldn't give it to the Brass Bear. Seems fair to me.
I think we should limit it, not give everything.
Agreed.
The biggest
I thought we should limit it.
The biggest problem I think that I see is that the Brass Baron has many, many men at his disposal. If he is able to do so and purchase this land in other places, he might just start voting people out that he doesn't want there. And that's not even to the case that if he has such influence, he may even be able to purchase higher spots. The man is more mighty than just in his military strength.
Money talks.
But then again, Baza will kind of pontificate upon it, stroking his trunk. Perhaps we could approach this in another way. At this time, we maintain neutrality. And indeed, we do not wish to lose it. Therefore, perhaps we should approach this in another way. Baza will kind of take a moment and say, perhaps we should stall him. Stall him that our population might increase. I could also send out word to the free cities. I could state what the Brass Baron is attempting to do. Perhaps we might get more of the free merchants and the free cities on our side. And if we were able to entice a few of them to come to the city and to participate in the grand opening of the markets to outside influence, the Brass Baron would at least have to compete against them. Now, I presume that he might have more money than them, but at least he will not be uncontested.
It's a good idea.
It is a free market, after all. And then if we dilute enough of the power in all directions, then we are able to more substantively maintain our neutrality.
Then we'd have to send word to everybody.
We would.
It is our intention, after all.
My counter-proposal to the Brass Baron is this. That we agree to his terms, but only that he is allowed to attempt to buy it, but that his offers can be matched, not that we are guaranteed to sell it to him, and that he gives us 3 months of time before he does so.
Very good. Are we still going to expect the full payment?
No.
It would be a barter. Essentially, he would be throwing money against another opponent. They raise.
No. I mean in the contract that he gave us, the 80,000. We should probably keep it as 80,000 and see if he has an amendment of his own. Perhaps he'll lower the price, perhaps not.
If you would like, I can continue deliberations with him, and then come to you when I think we have an appropriate standpoint.
Please do.
Sounds good to me.
Very well. I shall deliberate with the Brass Baron myself. I shall act in regard as your regent, that you might focus on greater things. I will agree to nothing without your final say. In the meantime, I shall also endeavor to send messages to the free cities and entice the merchants there to perhaps take a keener interest. I have also recently heard back from a message that I have sent to Demon's Deep. I will admit there has been quite a bit of an uproar, but I believed it was worthy of a risk. It is my hope that when the dwarves arrive, we may have to deal with some of the more unruly thanes, but once they see the Brass Baron, they will be too focused on a greater foe than to regard us with disdain. the dwarves, I believe, may end up working to our favor. Do you agree with this course of action?
Yes. I know originally we were against dwarves, but that works.
I have made no intention of an official alliance with them. I have also, of course, avoided direct contact, but I have sent a few messengers to, shall we say, probe to see how they would feel of it. With the Brass Baron looming over our doorstep, I think it would be best to give him another enemy, or perhaps another rival, to worry about. And with all of our rivals distracted, we will be able to grow Moaz Kadan into the well-defended zone of neutrality that we intend it to be. At least that is what Alucard's counsel has given me. Alucard will nod.
I like it.
What say you, Mr. Marlowe?
Wait, okay.
I trust your judgment.
Laza will turn to look towards Chrome. And you, Mr. Chrome.
Mm-hmm.
I was wondering how you thought as a merchant warrior.
War brings money in, no matter what you look at it. We'll be a fool not to take up on his offer, but the city itself is a weak, pathetic city. We need to build it from the ground up, with everyone distracted.
Indeed. That was precisely what Mr. Alucard suggested. I also have something else to offer as well. I was looking for sources of viable recruitment, ones that might swell our populations. I have found one. There is a district in the city of Sapphires in which the native Anvanti can be found. I had deigned to perhaps broach the subject of inviting them to live with us here. They are in need of a home and have lost most of theirs. Perhaps we might be able to fill Moaz Kadan with them. Give them a place to live. What do you think?
Auntie.
How much will be joining us?
The natives?
Indeed.
I'd say do it. Send an invite.
Or see
Welcome
nothing
anyone
wrong.
who comes.
And they'll have much knowledge, hopefully, of their own history.
Beyond them, I know we're also looking for, I suppose, merchant nobles to compete with the Brass Baron. My parents are some of those. Do we want to send a missive to them, I suppose? Maybe?
Well, I suppose it's worth exploring, but they are of the Pale City, and
True.
I do not know how they would feel about that.
Well, if it would assuage your fears, they're not originally from the Pale City. They're of the Twilight Hills. They've been in the Pale City for only a few years. They went there for me and my arranged marriage, and that didn't work out, so I don't know what they're up to now.
I would be worried about sending anything in that general direction.
I see what you mean.
Religion and all being called heretics and the such.
You know the sending spell?
I don't. Myself, no.
I do. I could send a word if you'd like.
I don't... I'll think on it.
Laza will nod. I have also deemed to send word to the refugees of Haikyo. There are many that have been displaced from what has happened there. It is my hope that perhaps some of them might find a new home here, the Twisted Pines. And finally... Go ahead.
Haikyo was the place with the advanced forge, right?
Do we know in character what happened in Haikyuu?
You have only heard rumors. You don't know precisely
Okay.
what has happened.
Hmm.
Laza will then say, "There's just one final piece of business on the docket. We have an envoy from Isola that wishes to speak with me. Would you like to be present for this meeting?"
Sola. I think I would.
I wouldn't mind. That is up to you.
I don't know much of this place. Could you inform us of it? The basics, I guess.
Well, Isola is she'll Laza will take a moment and will say, Isola is a place of well, from what I've heard, it's ruled by a duke, and it's where an assassin might be able to employ their trade. As to what they would want with us, no doubt they might be seeking us out for potential clientele. After all, an assassin's guild requires those that need people dead.
Mm.
But in either case, an envoy has arrived. I could turn them away if you'd like.
No, you may let them in.
As long as they abide by the stones, I don't see any reason to turn them away.
Very well. Would you like to be present for the meeting?
I think we should let him take it on this one. If we are too present, people will get suspicious.
Very well.
Are you able to convene with the Brass Baron after this?
Well, we were going to let Laza handle that. Give it time.
That's what I was saying. Just,
Yes, I will
I'll-
handle that,
I'll wait.
Mr. Marlowe.
Thank you.
All right, do you guys want to
You're
watch?
fine, Carter.
Do you guys want to watch Laza talk to this person? Or do
Yeah, I
you
would
just
love
want
watching you talk to yourself.
to? Okay.
Sure. We got little upstairs windows.
Well, yeah. you got little spy windows you guys get to look through.
Rad.
You'll just see an ominous outline.
Ominous outlines, yeah. Yo, we just looking?
Ominous red blobs talking to.
Hey, I get to put some new Nara art to use then.
Oh.
Hey.
Oh, we got to start thinking of our Illuminati names. We already got Watcher M.
Oh my god.
What do you mean? I've got the Twilight Mouse.
Yeah, I got Stallion.
Yeah.
Wait, but I'm just nah.
Yeah, you don't have
Nah,
to-
we'll come up with a really cool one for you.
Yes, like nah.
Big titty orc.
Nah.
Jesus.
Big titty orc.
Yeah, really, Nar's the only one because Swig has the Reaper horse.
Reaper horse.
We got 2 horses in this party. Throwing off my Super Sentai.
Go to Sentai! Dun.
We've got a bird, we've got a horse, we've got a mouse, we've got a barrel. What is Growl?
Okay, look, technically I have an alias in Hawk, but I haven't used that one in a bit.
That's right. You're a bird
Hog in
too.
a barrel.
Throwing our Haktua in a barrel. Throwing off our whole Sentai
Haktua,
vibe
got
here.
it,
We have to
man.
all be different animals with different colors, guys. Come on.
Didn't she like lose her job and then become an like internet influencer like
Man, I don't even know.
in 20 hours? Like just crazy shit.
You laugh at me now, but I'm going to turn his ass into XLR.
The power of one joke. Also, this song is perfect.
Banger.
This is the Velvet Room from Persona, in case anybody.
Oh.
Arr.
I was clueless.
I was clueless. I didn't fucking know.
Goddamn right. And I'm proud.
I'm gonna start making them a voluntary armory.
Yeah.
That's what Chrome would be doing.
Okay, here we go. Oh, Nara. Alright, to be clear, you guys are here, but you're just like in your secret
In our
spots.
cubbies.
In your secret.
Behind the
Secret tunnels.
Oh,
Cardboard
man.
box.
There's like paintings all the way around Swig, right? And they have the little eye cutouts. They're paintings
Yeah.
of us, right? And we're sitting behind them. Ah, that's amazing. Very good.
They're just actually you.
Yeah.
Gosh.
Oh, the paintings of the Carnelian Circle. They're not actually here. Pay no attention to the eyes, you know.
It's like the eyes are following me. Yes.
Yeah.
An optical
It's a fantasy
illusion.
world.
An optical illusion. How strange.
Thanks to this marvelous stonework from the dwarves, the eyes can follow you anywhere you go.
Marvelous.
Alright. Here we go. Laza will say, "You may enter." And as the doors open, you will see this individual enter.
Is this room a square or a circle?
It's a
You gonna lean on
circle.
one of the corners? Okay. There's no corners to lean on. Fool. We've already won.
Alright, the door is open. And you see this individual.
Hmm.
Oh, shit.
Oh, we're getting some callbacks, I see.
Oh, who are you?
Hot.
I don't know this.
She relate- I'm putting my money on the table. She's related to Took.
Her secret name is Bigger Titty Orc Chick.
Alright.
Thanos snapped me any day. Goodness gracious. Look at those gauntlets.
Alright.
Yeah.
As
the
she enters,
gauntlets.
you will see that she will walk towards Laza with a swagger in her step, and then she will step to the side and rest her giant brass cestus right on her hip, and she will go, "So, you are the leader of this place, yes? I am Laza, yes. Laza Trolakoraman," gives a deep bow. She will return it. "You may call me Yana if you wish. I am here as a representative in official capacity to his lordship, the Duke of Isola. It has come to our understanding that you have begun to present yourself as a nationality, city, an independent entity, yes? That is correct, yes. I do have a few questions. We don't know much about the Duke of Isola. We would like if you would tell us more. I cannot. I can only tell you that he is the leader of Isola, and that it is of his purview to keep his people safe and well fed. This is accomplished by the use of people like me," who will gesture to herself. "And people like me do things for people like you." "What kind of things?" "You do not know. I have a suspicion, but please." "We make problems disappear. We solve them. Fix them. It is as simple as that, really." "Are you referring to being assassins?" "You do not have subtlety, do you, Elephant Man?" "Yes, we are assassins. if you must know. He'll make a little note in his journal in front of him. And your success rate? Why do you want to know that? I only wish to know the value of your assassination techniques and abilities. Let us just say I could kill you right now and no one would ever know. My goodness! Such a strong proclivity to threats. And then you will see Laza take on a strange kind of position you haven't really seen him do before. If that's the case, let me ask you something. I'm listening. You have kept the Duke of Isola's name a secret, yes? That's part of your job, is to make sure that his identity is never truly known. Yes, but that is known to most people. Ah. What if I told you that I know his name? Then I would say you are a liar. And if you did, I would kill you. Perhaps. But you see, you're an accomplished assassin. I am an accomplished scholar. Which is why I know who he is. And you, and your little brother, and where he is now. I want to be very clear. We do not respond to threats within this place. All are welcome here, and all are neutral. You will see that this woman kind of takes a step back, crosses her arms. You're made of harder stuff than you seem, Long Nose. Thank you. I've learned from my companions, you see, on when it is time to extend a hand and to present a fist. As to your assassination services, you are welcome to set up within this place, but you may take no contract amongst any citizen of Moaz Kadan. This is a place of record, of knowledge. Do you understand? I shall have to report to the Duke that this place is well governed. They put their faith in you, didn't they? I have no idea of to whom you are referring to, but if someone puts their faith in me, I do not break their trust. Very well. I shall take my leave. Thank you for your time. And thank you. He'll start writing down in his little book.
I'll pop right out of my painting. Mr. Lazar, that was amazing. Why do we even gather? We should just let you do it all.
Laza will look up. What do you mean?
Nothing. Carry on. You're doing fantastically.
Anything for all of you. He'll start writing more in his book.
Mr. Lazar, did you have family before
What
the
do you
whole
mean?
Amber thing? Before the whole Amber thing, before coming here to Corvanus?
Well, of course.
Are you? I have trouble telling. I don't know any other elephant men. Are you an old elephant man?
Are you trying to ask how old I am?
I'm just yes, that is what I'm asking.
That's hard to say. I'm not really sure. The amber kind of distorts this kind of thing. But I'd say I'm middle-aged. This is about the time in my species when I would find a mate.
Oh, I see. And did you find one before, or did you just give that up to come here?
No. I had no such time for such things. I lived amongst the Minotaurs, and although I loved them dearly, none of them were compatible with one of my species.
Ah, I see. Well, best of luck finding someone here on Coronis, I suppose. But that said, that was fantastic. Good work. She'll tip her hat very low.
Thank you.
Did everyone else just leave?
No, we were just, also
We
sitting
were-
here listening to you inquire to Laza's sex life.
Creepily observing me through a painting. I see.
We
I was-
literally just creepily observed two other people.
That was political. You know me and Laza.
Marlowe left to go speak to John Carter.
If I was there, though, I'd be like, I think he's into dudes. Because all the Minotaurs.
If I was there,
Yep.
though.
That would explain a few things.
No, Laza.
Yes.
Fleshcraft is a thing, so you wouldn't have to naturally be compatible with a race.
Sweet, don't say such weird things. This is how you say it. Mr. Laza, what are you compatible with? So that I might peruse the people and see if we can find you a nice date.
Oh, people of my own kind, and I suppose humans. They're mostly compatible with anything. I have taken a liking to to the look of the Envante. I'm just kidding. He doesn't say that.
You're gonna excite Van.
I was saying no.
Or Van will just explode.
Humans and skinwalkers.
I will keep a lookout as I explore the city. And, Mr. Swig, that was a very strange suggestion.
You know, fleshcraft is a thing, and Cornelius clearly showed us it. So, now I have knowledge that can't be used here. Nor I use, because I am clueless.
Yes, skedaddle skadoodle.
Your dick is now a noodle.
Yes, Wig. Flesh crafting's weird. Let me immediately change the conversation topic to perusing the flesh market.
Oh, Lander, please show me your greatest song.
Perusing the flesh market.
Wait, I thought he
Oh,
was gonna
God.
meet with the Barrow King. No, not the Barrow King, the fucking Brass Baron.
I mean, he will, but he's gonna do that like
Later.
off screen.
Yeah, that's essentially.
Oh,
like,
That's what I meant.
Yeah, that's set up, not
Oh, alright.
not on screen.
Nice.
All right, and then Marlowe has to speak with. Where's JC? Where'd I put that man?
Jesus
Bro.
Christ, he's in your heart.
Where's old Johnny C?
John Carter, who's on Mars.
Johnny
Carter?
Sins.
What would
You know what he's doing.
All right,
John Cena?
These are great jokes, guys. I'm loving them. Call me McDonald's because I'm loving it.
Haha.
I spy on
John Carter's on Mars.
Listen.
Who let
It's
Farrell
true.
laugh into here? I swear to God, these jokes are getting worse and worse.
We gotta learn humor somehow.
What
Oh.
level do you get banished at?
4th level spells.
Oh, okay.
Soon.
You wanted to see me, Mr. Marlowe?
I wanted to check in. Are you, what is the status on, venturing forward? Go through the, demon wastes?
I have retained half my men. More than I thought I would, to be honest. And although I would like to make immediately for the demon waste to free Matheria from her prison of irony, I have a immediate debt to pay to you. I intend to go before the Pale City. I will speak on behalf of Moaz Kadan. Convince them of your mission of neutrality. Tell them of Matheria's location. I intend to do all of these things as quickly as possible. In fact, I intend to be leaving soon. I could not help but notice the presence of the Brass Baron and his entourage. I'm sure you've gotten an earful of politics, so I will spare you an old man's musings. I will only say that fighting with you against true evil has opened my eyes to what that evil actually is. And while I cannot say that I fully support your commitment to neutrality, as impossible as I may think that it is, I know that there is nobility behind it. The attempt of fairness to all, and to preserve the knowledge of their existence, the record of their trials and tribulations. These are noble attributes, one that has opened my eyes to the foreigner ways. I can only hope that my service to Theria's light, my evidence of her continued life and her current imprisonment, are enough to persuade my fellows.
I've lived a very, very long life, Captain Carter. Most of that time reading stories, safeguarding them, as a typical librarian would do. And I think that if your people were brought away from the brink of constant war and were able to reunite with their god, that would be a very good ending to this story. So if there's anything I can do to help you see that happen, please let me know.
I think you already have. I will miss this place. I've quite taken a liking to living underground. It feels safe, cool, homely. The time has come for me to venture into the world and set right many, many wrongs. I feel that this may be the last time that I will see you. And if that is the case, he offers his hand. Let us depart as comrades and brothers who have shed blood together.
Marlowe will shake his hand.
With that, Captain Carter will salute, be on his way.
Oh, before you go, Captain Carter, I've been getting in contact with Ginny Lantern Bridge and her detachment of Inquisitors. They're busy at the moment. They have confirmed that they too have found that the goddess being alive is increasingly evident, and they must confer with superiors. I suggest speaking to them. They might be able to help you.
Very well. I shall seek out this Lantern Bridge, if I can find her. Perhaps I can leave word with her family.
It shouldn't be keeping you too long. And don't forget, you're always welcome here.
Thank you, Marlowe.
Bows, leaves.
Whoa. Gets seasickness. Falls over.
Oh shit, I was holding the control button. Fuck.
Alrighty.
Another one added to the dungeons.
Alrighty, guys. I'm gonna go grab my food real quick. You guys decide what you want to do next. I'll be back.
All right. Has anyone else got something? Because I was going to probably try and get a hold of Dickless. Probably bring
gonna
Chrome
make-
with me.
I'm gonna make an
Mhm.
army.
Do you wanna fucking woo power the Brass Baron? See if you can.
I need him for the augury. Because I'm gonna snap the seer stone and then say I'm going to do this to the Brass Baron. You wheel or woe. If I get woe and nothing
Oh.
else, then I won't do it.
Hmm.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Hi, since we're all together here, can I get some financial aid for my grove?
What do you want to do with it?
Open the gate.
How much was it? 2.5.
I think so. I don't know. I'd have to confirm again.
I believe in notes we don't, unless we're digging into Chrome's money, which
Oh,
don't-
Shit, okay.
we don't have. Yeah, we only have 1,287. We're going to be gaining like more money over time, but right now, as it stands,
That's fine.
It's 2 grand. I'm correct, right?
for
I'll
the
look through the
gate,
bot.
2-5. If I'm not wrong.
I mean, as far as the Brass Baron thing goes, I definitely think the competition idea is the best way to go about it. Wait,
Mhm.
You can take 2.5 from me.
Sure.
You have 2.5 on you. What?
I now have 2.3.
I have 4 on you?
You had nearly 5K on you.
That's a lot of money,
4.8.
Mr. Marlowe.
Who is
I literally have the clothes I'm wearing, 40 rations, 73 cigarettes, about 8 potions, and a bag of drugs, and that is my inventory.
I have 0 money anymore.
I have 92 gold. Haha.
I was born broke.
I was too.
I thi-
You grow out
I-
of that, Mr.
I
Switch.
don't think I've made a purchase since the Barrow King's court, and then people have just been giving me drugs for free this entire time.
Actually,
yeah,
that's
we
not
still-
true.
Oh,
And
you know.
potion.
All right, please. Here's a request I'm going to make. Please let Swig, have the demon shit so he can analyze it.
No.
Yeah,
To
you want
master-
some? Oh, I don't have demon shit. That's Nars. I have dragon
Yeah,
weed.
Nar has it.
Yeah. No.
What?
Some
Why?
dragon weed.
Why?
kids.
It's you don't even know what it. The worst part is you don't even know what it does. He can at least tell you what it does.
You said dragon weed?
dragon weed.
Oh yeah, you want to give him all the drugs that you have?
Do you guys know
You have
what it
Lachio.
does? Or...
You'll start having sex with household pets.
Oh,
Pigs
Ramundo?
are not
I
household.
thought that was Will
Are they
Spit.
not?
What?
No, that
Yeah,
was
Lachio.
definitely Lachio.
Oh,
That's-
Lachio. Yeah.
Lachio
Lachio
that's
is
the name of it.
Wellspit.
Yeah. Don't do that one. That's how breakfast became
You,
breakfast.
your wife?
they're not compatible.
No.
Well, you know, if you speak to Swig for a moment, compatibility apparently is a non-issue.
Indeed, I could summon what was her name? Halting Hair again, and get her to turn
Oh,
you
shit.
into a similar sized creature to breakfast.
Man, that's crazy.
I'd rather stay as myself. I've gone through many transformation, and this is the one that I like the most.
Understandable.
Hmm.
Right. My butt cheeks quivered when it was fucking Carter time. I'm like, oh, please.
That quiver.
Yeah.
Quivered, brother. What
Yeah.
do you mean?
Yeah,
Yeah, quivered. Yeah. I was like, please
Carter
go
might have-
somewhere else.
might have eaten freaking Marlowe. We don't know this. We don't know this. We know nothing. Yeah.
My traveler soul saw through my eyes. I was like, oh no.
So here is something I kind of want and might kind of need. My option here is to put forward a mortuary / crematory, crematorium. I need this city to have an income of brains from somewhere.
Don't you have to take the brains from somebody alive?
Not necessarily.
Don't you know? It's not the terminally ill.
I'm pretty like Cornelius just handed me a brain, not a dude with a brain, a brain.
I suppose that's fair.
And the one I held was, a little gnarly at the end, but it went down. I think overall, I think it's that it just needs to be intact.
It has to
So
be,
you're wanting to run Nenanoth's crematorium.
It will work as intended, with the slight difference is that we will hollow out the head, which is a normal part of some traditions.
I don't think that's work out as intended.
Gosh.
But
Can we make a nursing home so I can just make my undead?
No.
You just walk up and kill old people. They turn into great warriors.
Yeah.
No.
Alright.
you can send them to Valhalla as a warrior, even though they are old.
Are you guys talking about recycling old people into great warriors?
Yes.
I'll give them swords, and I'll be like, "All right, fight me," and now they'll go to the Great Valhalla. Right? Yeah.
That's how they become Einharjaren. Yes.
Yeah, they're gonna
Good.
get a warrior's death.
Einhard Jaren.
Valhalla
can't-
is the ink.
They
Be
can't
the
come
fucking
back.
grave guy.
Yeah,
What
it's a
are they called?
grave
Coroner.
lord.
Be the corner.
Are you the grave guy?
As far
What's
as
a-
what we're doing right now,
What's it gonna be, Darius? How high are you, Luke? Are you okay?
I'm tired.
Oh, you're tired. Oh,
I'm gonna be president.
okay.
Nice.
I'll
Gonna
vote for
be
you.
Of
president.
my ass go down.
Of my ass. Good name.
my vice president is going to be a low kid high. I mean,
Yeah. Give
Gonna fuck is familiar.
Okay. All right. Anything else you guys like to do?
I'd like a quick combo with Dicklus.
All right. Let me go grab Dickolas.
I'm going back in my painting.
May I have you for a moment, Chrome? Your insights on this might be important.
I suppose.
Oh.
Mm.
Oh my.
No, I would not bring Nar with this one. No, Nar, go away.
Craig-
I don't feel like having you
Looks like Craig's
Brown
Always watching.
always watching Wazowski.
Always watching. Disappears into her painting.
Dickolas Smalls will appear. Boop. Hello? Yes?
Hello, Dicklus. I could use you for a moment.
All
Okay.
right. How can I help?
Your previous associations had you connected to much of the underground between, was it Mornhow and Edgington? Yes?
I've got a few fingers and a few pies, yeah.
Would you be able to make contact, or at least send letters to the Duke of Edgington? We have good belief that he is, well, he's not the one in control.
I mean, I could, but not sure he'd read them.
He'll kind of look to Chrome. I believe the undead we ran into before might have turned him. You know the one, the woman.
Yeah, if I suppose. If you put the name, I believe Vinica on it, it would be eye-catching for him, whatever who's controlling.
You still remember her name? Good.
I was in trance. Of course, I remember her name. I've retained most of my memory from being so undead.
So I could do all that for you. You want to just write it to me and then I deliver it, or what do you want me to do?
You're a bard, correct?
Yeah. Pretty skilled
Would you-
one, actually.
Then I guess if you'd be able to write this in a more noble sense, I guess. We wish to.
Don't worry. I'm a really good writer. Yeah, I write all kinds of good words. Don't worry about it. I got the best words.
All right, I am going to insight check that one. Oh,
He
all right.
completely believes
Fucking-
that he has the best words.
Marshall, check him and see if he's an actual bard.
Marlo angrily in the background.
I know words. What kind of? You know what, Marshall? No, you know what? Your voice isn't here to speak to me. All right. He'll nod, assuming he's got to be better than him at least.
Yeah, don't worry about it. So what do you want it to say, though? Like the message?
Well, I wish specifically for us to begin opening relationships between the two of us, a way of getting our trade agreements, but we wish to speak specifically with her, but she is most likely hiding from view.
Anything else? You want me to, like, riz her for you?
No,
I mean, I can. It's super easy. I'm
I-
really good.
She can literally control your own mind. Any word you said would.
I'm a powerful bard.
I believe you, but precaution is always the best.
All right.
step.
If you don't want the best poet in all of Mornhow to handle this, then that's fine. I'll just write your message.
I think a 7 on insight's strong enough, at least for me to know he's not the best. I've been hanging around Marlowe long enough.
I mean, he thinks he is.
Rolls eyes internally, realizing mistakes, but he's my only connection here.
All right, I got you. Don't worry.
I just wish to make court with her. Yes? Bring her to the court.
Yeah, you're gonna get some court, all right. Don't worry, I got it. Smalls is on it.
I feel like every mistaking and phrasing I make is just going to be worse and worse.
Don't worry. No
am I
lady can
done?
turn down Dickolas Smalls.
Is my use here done?
Yes,
Thanks.
her name was.
Thanks. Bye.
Okay, before you do anything, understand she literally eats people. Like, please
Yeah.
keep that in mind.
I know.
I watched her eat.
I dated a cannibal once.
Well, she's a magic cannibal, so like, extra. You know what? He will walk up and just hand him like 50 gold materials and for your time.
Oh, sick. I was gonna do it for free.
This is also to help make sure that you keep it. But
Yeah, no worries. No worries. I got it. Editor's note. He doesn't got it. No, it's fine, I'm sure.
He's got it.
You
Probably.
got scammed. You paid a man 50 gold to write a letter.
No, I told him to write a letter for me and then not tell Nar about it.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
Paying
And to
100
not tell
gold.
Nar about it.
Let me check with my mission kit.
Why don't you just send a fucking letter? Why?
That's a
Why
bad
are you
deal.
being so weird
But
about it.
you'll be you. Mr. Bring Eater.
I
It's
just,
like paying 100 gold for a couple of carrots. That's fucking weird.
I could hear like Luke's disdainful, disagreeing nods.
I was about to say, like, oh, you sent our Thane of Trade to become a vampire and come back on downtime. And I realized I didn't even put him as someone on the list to do something. I just completely forgot that he was there. I was like, okay, fuck it, yeah, whatever.
Yeah, we basically just assumed he was just like working with the high priest or something. I'm sure she's a great influence.
We got the best words. Everyone knows I've got the best words.
All right, we're building a university next, just so he can stop saying stupid shit like that. We're gonna teach you the right words.
All right. Well,
What's on the to-do list, boys and girls?
Do we have any more? Chrome, you want to do something, right? Important.
Yeah, that's pretty much just soulbound weapon stuff. I
yeah,
don't know what
I'll have all that for you soon. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I think I have to call it a time. Even though I owe you guys a little bit, I'll put it on the next one. Because of all the bleeding in places I don't want to talk about that I'm kind of concerned about. So I'm gonna go take some medicine and try to figure this shit out.
Yeah.
I
But
feel you on that one.
But good session, everybody.
Yeah.
But a good.
Also, as a quick announcement, even though I have announced it several times, but I want to make sure nobody can be all like, I didn't know this was happening. I have wonderful news. I have the place for the hot tub stream booked.
Oh
So
no.
it is happening. The place I had to book for 3 days, so even though I was only going to stream for 1 day, so it's
nice.
Yeah. So from the 20th,
Are you gonna take all 3 days of hot tubbing? Because that's what I would do.
Yeah, probably. So
yeah,
it's an Airbnb,
Excellent.
so it's like whatever. But it's so the 23rd to the 25th will be days off for me. So that means that Tuesday I'm not going to run games. But the 24th, my birthday, which is also on my natural day off, is going to be Wednesday, and I'm going to do the big hot tub stream on that day.
Sweet.
Oh no, it's happening.
Yes,
Guys,
it is.
It's happening.
What? I'm
Yes,
a man
it
of my
is.
word. I told him I'd do it, okay? You don't have to watch.
He's doing it. He's doing the thing.
It's happening.
You don't have to watch my gross body float around in hot water.
I'll just be staring and be jealous. That's all that's gonna be happening. Yeah.
I don't know, man.
I need a hot tub.
The meta's passed. It's time to put a green screen on your ass.
Damn, that's crazy.
What?
That,
But real though.
that's a
That's
thing.
actually real. I don't know though. That's Craig though.
I understand. It's
Anyway.
fine. Whatever. Moving on.
You guys
I
are
mean-
great. You're awesome. Thanks for watching.
Oh.
Thanks for supporting the channel.
I got 3 sendings.
Oh.
It's just
Just
the
type it to
copy
me.
process.
The copy,
Yeah,
copy
I'll send it.
pasta to me. All right. Thanks, guys. I'll see you next time.
Good
See
chat.
ya.
Bye bye.
Bye.